Good morning. This is called my YouTube channel, which is The American Hooker. My other YouTube, American Hooker, is tied to my ERIKLVS MBS Google account. What happened is, I had one of those, I did the Advanced Protect, which is supposed to like make your account super secure. But it has that stupid task, the same fucking finger. Same fucking pass on my, but I had to reset my phone because TikTok fucked it up. Like it was not working well on this Android. So I'm like, I want to delete TikTok, I'm gonna reset my whole thing. And they put all the new, like download it fresh. And my phone works great since I did. So I had the password. I don't have the recovery email, but I had the same phone number. And I had that, so like it just did not work, and it would not do the Google prompt on my phone. Same phone, same phone. So I couldn't get it. So anyway, so the American Hooker was that YouTube. So I did another one yesterday, because those of you who've seen it, there's a lot of disturbing pictures, like not like that got no, but there's like pictures of my arms I'm an emotional cutter. So when I was really under stress and I did it for the first time since I was a child, you could see the raw cuts and how nasty it was and how like vacant the look was my eyes. So I want to be like, guys, kids, it's working out really well for me in Gardena. So I've been here, let's see, I moved, I think the 29th or the 30th. So this is April 20th. So like almost a month I've been here. So got my old lady glasses on. I didn't wear my hat this morning. Fernando's all pissed. Let's go for a walk, but he'll get over it. I'll take him to the library later today. Anyway, so, that being said, I've said a lot of controversial things about how I left Judaism. I did. I didn't convert to another form of religion. I've had it. And it's not that all converts are insincere. That's not true. They chose that faith, as I did at the time, because it's meaningful and personal. Now my life has shifted and changed in a way that just Judaism is no longer reflective of my values, but that doesn't mean it's a bad faith. I don't like Netanyahu and his hardline government because they're extremists. That doesn't mean I hate Israel. So that's just the way it is. Do I say very offensive things? Yes, I call Lisa Bloom a kike all the time because she's a fake kike. I don't know if I know it's very insulting, and believe me, I know that words matter, and yeah. Anyway, so not to be all PC, and let's just have a great Sunday morning. In Grady Sizemore, fucking hooked up to that electric tower down there, and we piss on him and light him up like Las Vegas. And he looks like a crispy critter when we're done. He'll be good. Anyway, so I've told this story before. I was staying in Jersey City. With this guy, called himself Courtney or Sasha Hopkins. Sometimes he's Alexander. He worked at Kirschenbaum, Bond, and Partners. That's a weird name to say. Kirschenbaum was the first word, and Bond, Partners. So he was like the intern. He was like 70, but he was like the intern. And that's okay. Anyway, so he's related to Anthony Blinken. He's like his illegitimate brother or some shit like that. I don't know. Anyway, so I met him in Atlanta. I told you the story. He was my date one night. And he worked for this place called Internet Security Services. I have no idea if it's a real company or not. They had no website, but so do I. AmericanHooker.live. American Hooker, one word, all lowercase, .live. I haven't done anything on my website yet, but like I have to thank GoDaddy. It looks like Countess Cabaret, doesn't it? Like that image was chosen for me randomly, and they're like, we're gonna park your website. It was a $395 splurge. Like I wasn't like going broke. So I just gotta figure out, like I will get an email to them and like how to figure all that shit out. Like, but I'll do like we've got time. But we haven't launched it yet. Anyways, my website launched. No, it's not Lady Parts. But as you saw, not the starter wife. God. Retta was in it. So was Abby Cunningham. I'm sorry, Abby McCarthy. Or as we like to call her, Lisa Edelstein. I love that show too. I used to watch it all the time. What was on Bravo? It's their first scripted series. Something about divorce. Anyway, so I kind of have Abby McCarthy's personality. Believe me, I know men like that also. Anyway, so here's the thing. So I was staying in Jersey. I met this guy in Atlanta. So it's the night I met Serena, actually, for the first time. He was an actor, and they were doing an out-of-town preview of Chess. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, a lot of times when they want to do a Broadway show again, or even like they'll take it out of town, because the last thing you want is to like debut at the Eugene O'Neill Theater or the Barrymore Theater, the Ethel Barrymore Theater, and then it tanks. So like they take it out of town. So Atlanta, for those who've seen All About Eve, you know what I'm talking about. And if they tweak it. So anyway, Serena was one of the dancers. He's a chess piece. And so I have no idea if he got to play the lead. But anyway, so I remember looking at Serena. I totally didn't like the guy, but I was like, free ticket. So shitty seats. And so I'm looking at it, and then Serena looked like Lenin as a chess piece crossed with the clock in Beauty and the Beast. That's like what I thought when I saw him, and I was like fascinated. Like I couldn't take my eyes off him. Like not necessarily, he's like hit a charisma to him. The presence. So then anyway, so then my date took $1,500 out of the cash, the ATM. And then he got really drunk and passed out, so I robbed him and went home. I don't know if he remembers. Then he invited me to come to Jersey City for a couple months. So he was staying in an apartment. I was trying to visit him twice. Once he was a loft on Mulberry Street, which was awesome. This big, huge, full floor loft. Clearly he was gate crashing. Like he was like a house sitter or something like that. And then I came back a few weeks later and he was staying in another place, a little further away. It was called On the Riverwalk. And it was a great apartment. Anyway, I've talked about it. But so, I loved Jersey City, I think, more than Manhattan. I loved this Cuban diner. So apparently at nighttime, like after it's diner time, they flip the tables up and it's a Cuban nightclub. But they have the best home fries I've ever had, ever. Like there's something about them, they're Cuban style, I don't know, they're just amazing. So like I love that place. And then of course there was I never ate in it, but it was like a little hole in the wall. It was Polish. So they had like the best pierogies in the world. So anyway, but yeah. So they had good food in Jersey. They like to eat in Jersey. And of course pizza. Yeah, go to Italian. Go to Italian. So anyway, yes, I'm wearing my ring again. No reason. I didn't get engaged to myself. It's just, I usually wear it around my chain, but I took it off yesterday morning, for some reason. Anyway, so I'll put it back on the chain. It's not that I don't like my ring. I mean, I really do. I don't take it off. I really don't take my jewelry off that much, but, so moving on. So I met this guy online, and he lived in Alphabet City in Manhattan. So I went to, meet him. So obviously we were gonna fuck. It was like, and back then I had a cell phone. It was like candy bar thing, Nokia. Or maybe, I don't think it was a Nokia. It was a candy bar thing. And it was so, like you could barely type on it. It was so stupid. It was like the Zoolander phone. And back then cell phones were not smartphones in the year 2000. They were dumb phones. All you could do was talk. There wasn't texting, there wasn't email, like, and no, it was just you talk. So I went on MapQuest, I printed out my directions. I'm like walking around Alphabet City. So I call the guide. I'm like, well, I'm lost. He's like, well, it's like, I'm like, there's a homeless person peeing on every corner. Like, what the fuck? So anyway, I went into his apartment, a tiny little apartment. And so he was like, tell me your fantasy. And I don't know what came to mind. There was a Heineken beer bottle. And I'm like, I kind of want a beer bottle shoved up my ass. So it was a Heineken bottle. There's a Heineken on the street here. There you go. But so, and I'm really weird. Like, I'll keep walking. I left this here, but like I'm not really good. Like, if you ask me a direct question, a lot of times I'm like, I know my teeth are so awful. Like, they're all there. They're all good. They're healthy, but they're stained from. I remember drinking coffee on Sundays as a child, like 3. And then by kindergarten, I was drinking, not kindergarten, maybe like little, like maybe first or second grade. I was drinking a cup of instant coffee. I know they're so stained from drinking coffee. It's just, like, but there's nothing I can do because I've tried the whitening strips and everything, but they're just really stained. And I'm not gonna fuck with the enamel. I don't have money for porcelain veneers, and I don't care. Don't look at them if it bothers you. Like, my mouth can do amazing things besides just talk. So if you care, fuck you. So anyway, like if you ask me a direct question, especially when it's about emotions and or sexual fantasies, no, I can share my sexual remember, like I want my guy to put needles, needle play, in my balls. Like not through the actual ball sack. 'Cause I think if you did that, you'd probably die from the pain. I'm still trying. I negotiated my way into a Prince Albert. Dumbass me. I should not do my own negotiation. I'd be horrible. I was going to be a lawyer. Now I realize I suck at it. So I just want to figure out how bad it hurts. Like I don't like how I'll probably come when a guy puts the needle through, but at least be hard. But I just joked around. I'm like, 'cause they put a needle through your urethra. I'm like, like I had my nipples pierced at one point, and I had a guiche which goes under, and I have a scrotal piercing too. That's just the sac, not the actual ball. That, like I said, you'd probably die from the pain. It's probably worse than childbirth. I don't know. I'm not gonna go there and try. I mean, I'm like a moderate pain pig. Like I could take a little, but like my nips, you could pull them off and glue them back on there. They're like, I have the nipples of steel, but my balls. And twice I've grabbed my ball sack. Because that's like this like cop pissed me off. Fuck you. I grabbed the left one really fucking hard and hurt. Anyway, so I'm very bad if you ask me like a direct question, like what are you into? I can talk about like tell me your sexual fantasy. Like if I'm talking about it on my own, I can do it. Like my S&M novel that I wrote, this unpublished, it was in my Eric ERK HASTINGS 830 @gmail. That Google One account was tied, and I can't seem to get into it anymore. My old cell phone, 310-254-7796, which is no longer my phone number. It's a T-Mobile account and an iPhone. Obviously, I use an Android, and I'm no longer on T-Mobile. I have total wireless. 213-220-3752. That's me, baby. I had the best phone number. I loved it. 213-665-3108. But I got robbed, and so I had to, unfortunately, I couldn't They said if you could provide 2 numbers that you called recent, but I didn't have anything on me. I'd been robbed, and I was in the store, and I really needed a phone. So I'm like, fuck it. I don't have my Komoot book with me. I don't feel like looking up Heather's number. I don't feel like looking up Chris's number. Chances are I won't be able to read my fucking phone writing. I'm just giving you a new phone number. So they did, and it's fine. I don't mind. I made you look because I love 665. 1 digit short of motherfucking hell. That was my voicemail. You've reached 1 digit short of hell. But so anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so like the guy told me, so like he did, like he took the Heineken bottle right up my ass. Not the whole thing, but more than just the tip. I mean, it was like probably the whole circumference of that bottle. And then he fucked the hell out of me. And I went home to Jersey City. So I had a lot of fun staying in, I was 20. I was Evita running wild in the city. And I had a lot of fun. And New York is a great place to be when you're young. That being said, I love Jersey. I didn't mind being a Bridget Tunnel bitch. I just think it was a fun little, it was like a big little city. If Covina is the friendliest little city in the world, then Jersey City is like a big little city. And the nice thing is it's so close to Manhattan. Like if you want to go in and do something, like you can get a taxi back if you want. Now, of course, there's Uber and Lyft and things. But there were buses. There's a great college. It's called St. Peter's University now. Like I was actually thinking at one point, if those who remember my TikToks, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here in California. I fucking hate it here. And I actually am not that happy. I am and I'm not. Like I have the most fucked up love-hate relationship with Los Angeles. I mean, it is my adopted hometown. I've lived here since I was 21. I'm 45. I lived in Atlanta for 3 years. I love that place. I moved here to be a writer. Did not work out well in the screenwriting business, kids. Do I have a movie credit? Not that kind, baby. No, not as a writer. Never wanted to be an actor. I did take acting lessons when I was in Atlanta. Why? I just felt like it. I wanted something to do on a Wednesday night. I just wanted to get out of my house, do something on Wednesday night. They have this. I looked it up online. There was like this one like they did. It was like a 10-week course for and it was like $300. I'm like, not bad. So and then you got free headshots. The headshots actually came out really nice. They are not my senior pictures, Bonnie Carter. I never used them. That actually was a nice picture. It's like, I called it an oatmeal sweater. It was a light blue Old Navy sweater. But it's a black and white photograph. So obviously it looks like, and then that was just like, And of course, my infamous HM Boys catalog. No, not HM Boys, not H&M. It was a Canadian website. They were advertising for like Twinkie models. I was 20, so I fit in the, I don't know what age you cut off twink. I think 21, but I am, now obviously 45, and I'm sorry, but so I posed for some pictures. Like I just took them. My roommate took them, and they were like cheap, like a little peach, little Georgia peach was showing, but like not full core hardcore. Anyway, I sold them to a Canadian website. Unbeknownst to me, they became like the most popular pictures on that website. Like I was the most downloaded person in Canada. So I sold those pictures. Now my contract, which was it was like a 4 or 5 page contract. It was like, there was a lot of legalese. Like there was a lot of fine print. I just signed it and that provided my documentation of proof of identity. I sent it back. So for the bargain price of $100 US, I sold those pictures. I have heard, it hasn't been substantiated, that they have made over $250 million goddamn dollars. How? They have been repackaged and recirculated, and of course there's a clause in my contract, all future mediums in perpetuity. So they've CGI'd them. I've been in magazines, I've been in TV shows. They have made a lot of fucking money off my, but there's nothing I can do. I can't, like Marilyn Monroe is like 10 million. I think at least I'm alive, right? Or maybe I faked my own death and I'm not. So, but yeah, like I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy fuck. So, like, I don't know if it's true. I have no idea if it's true, but they've certainly made a lot of money for the company that bought them because they can keep selling them. I posted for a lot of pictures for like, I forget that it was a gay magazine. It was like Twinkie like young. Remember I was young once upon a time. Now I'm an old bitter queen. Time has marched across my face, hasn't it? It's not always, the general leading this army has not always been kind. I was like, it's not play guy, it's not play girl, obviously, and it's no playboy, because obviously, so I don't know, maybe play guy. It was like a Twinkie game, and like I remember in Atlanta there was this little broken down, I don't even know what you call it, sad little thing that got caught in a drain that thought he was special. He called himself Shimmer at the time. He said he was 11 inches and he had these like giant balls. Like the balls were the size of raisins, and 11 inches. I don't know who taught him math. This is not 11 inches. And I just remember he tried to be a drag queen. His boyfriend, remember, they always have the boyfriend. That's a roommate. That's so he met me online. They lived in a really down market part of Atlanta. And so I went over there. The boyfriend tried to fuck me, but he wasn't getting hard. And I'm like, ooh. Okay, I gotta go. Like, you're not getting in my hole, baby. So this guy Shimmer got all jealous. But I'm like, I don't like that. Like, if your man's fucking around on you, I'm like, clearly you're in the apartment, you know. Like, why didn't you, like, so I don't have time for broke-ass jealous bitches. So anyway, he's the one when I met Griselda's oldest son. He was there to sling all the coke in North America that year at Gay Pride. So he's the one that we were in the tea dance, and so Shimmer, he's like, I'm swirling out in Gina. I'm like, I swear to God, I think his name was Michael. He looked at Shimmer like, I have never seen hair from a drain walk and talk before. I mean, I was shocked. And so Desert Rose came on, and I just looked at him. I was like, and I walked off. I walked off, and I was dancing with this guy, and he just walked up, and the song finished. And he's like, do you want to go to my place? I'm like, absolutely. And we left. And so I remember walking out. I've told the story before many times. This hot red Porsche. And now I have no idea how much it cost. Like, Hyatt. Like, clearly it was 6 figures. Car. And so that could be $100,000, Jeremy Joseph. Shut your hole. Up to $999,000. It wasn't that expensive, $999,000, but yes, 6 figures. Maybe if you knew how to do math, Jeremy Livencall, you would realize a billionaire on paper like Mr. Geffe ain't a fucking baller, nigga. Anyway, so we're moving on, and yeah. So yeah, I went and helped the guy, and like we did a shit ton of coke. He put on some leather, and boy, God, he fucked me good. But truth be told, I've been fucked about a dozen times that weekend. Maybe that day. So yeah, it was he was up in me. We had the best time. It was like a 24-hour fuck fest. That of course got me on a little watch list. And a known narcotics trafficker in Atlanta. So there you have it, folks. So yeah, so I just thought I saw that Heineken on the street, and I'm sharing my story of how I was Heiniekined. Have a great day, y'all.